CompTIA A+, Core 1, 220-1201, Practice Exam. Questions 196 through 200. This video is part of our Practice Exam video series and is filled with questions that closely resemble the real exam. So, are you prepared to test your knowledge? Great, let's begin. Question 196. A technician is helping a user who cannot access the internet. To begin the diagnosis, the technician checks the device's IP settings, confirms whether it has a valid default gateway, and tests connectivity using several network commands. Which phase of the troubleshooting process is the technician performing? The answer is C. Identify the problem. According to the CompTIA troubleshooting methodology, the first step in troubleshooting is to identify the problem, which includes gathering information. Running network commands to check IP configuration, gateway settings, and basic connectivity is part of this information gathering process. These tests help the technician understand the scope of the issue before forming a theory or planning corrective action. Question 197. Which of the following network devices can automatically assign IP addresses to clients on a small office or home network? The answer is A. Router. In a small office, home office environment, the router usually serves as the DHCP server for the entire network. This means it dynamically assigns IP addresses, default gateways, and other configuration settings to connected devices without requiring manual setup. While enterprise environments may use dedicated DHCP servers, home and small business networks rely on the router to perform both routing and address distribution. Question 198. A technician is troubleshooting an intermittent network connection at a workstation located far from the wiring closet. The cable run from the switch to the workstation measures roughly 116 meters or 380 feet. The link lights on the NIC occasionally blink, but the workstation frequently loses connectivity. Which of the following is most likely the issue? The answer is D. The distance of the cable run. Twisted pair Ethernet cabling, such as Cat5, Cat5e, and Cat6, is limited to a maximum distance of 100 meters, or 328 feet, for proper signal integrity. When a cable run exceeds this limit, the signal begins to weaken, causing intermittent connectivity and unstable network performance. Question 199. The user reports intermittent connectivity. The technician checks the network logs and sees the output below. Which of the following is the most likely reason for this issue? The answer is D. Port flapping. The network log displays repeated messages indicating the interface is transitioning between an up state and a down state. This pattern is characteristic of port flapping, where the physical or logical connection drops and reestablishes rapidly. Question 200. A technician is upgrading a graphics workstation and wants to ensure the GPU has the appropriate type of memory for handling high-resolution rendering tasks. Which type of specialized memory is designed specifically for use in graphics controllers? The answer is A. VRAM. Video RAM, or VRAM, is a type of memory optimized for use in GPUs and graphics controllers. It stores image data, textures, and frame buffers, allowing the graphics processor to quickly access and render visual content. VRAM is designed for high bandwidth and parallel access, which is essential for demanding workloads like 3D modeling, video editing, and gaming. Wow! You have completed 200 questions. How about one more question as a reward for your hard work? Question 201. A user asks a technician to connect a laptop to an older projector that only supports an analog video signal. Which type of cable should be used to make the connection? The answer is B. VGA. Older projectors typically rely on Video Graphics Array, or VGA, an analog video standard commonly used for connecting PCs to legacy display equipment. Since VGA transmits analog signals, it remains fully compatible with devices that lack support for modern digital interfaces such as HDMI or DisplayPort. Congratulations on completing our CompTIA A+ Core 1 practice exam. Your dedication and effort are truly commendable. With this milestone behind you, you're one step closer to earning your A+ certification. While you've already accomplished a lot, a bit of extra review never hurts. With that said, feel free to revisit our free training videos or take another round of the practice exam whenever you'd like. It's all about making sure you're fully prepared. So stay confident, give it your best, and remember, we're cheering you on all the way. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.